Hi, my name is Sam Johnson and I'm a voice teacher. Today I will be reacting to and analyzing Post Malone performing Circles with the NPR Tiny Desk concert series. If you are interested in signing up for voice lessons, learning how to sing a little bit, go check out my website vocalease.net. If you want me to react to something, please leave a comment below. Even if you don't want me to react to something, please leave a comment below. Hello, I'm glad I'm back.
Couldn't turn around till we were upside down. How beat a peg I now. You know I ain't so proud.
That guitar rules.
I couldn't beat it, even when I tried.
So first off, I love how he's doing his E vowels with that. He is kind of going a little wider than I generally recommend people do, but you know, if it works for him, it works for him. But what I love about it is that he's dropping the jaw, so the space between his teeth is just a little bigger than we might normally use. So instead of Eve, we go to this E, even versus Eve. And I'm sure you can hear the difference between those two just in my voice, how much tighter the first one sounds. And yeah, it's just a really difficult way to sing if you're too tight. So he's right on the money with that. We hear a little bit of extra noise in his voice, but you know, he's touring really heavily right now, so give him that. I don't know what his habits are regarding like hot smoke type things going past his vocal folds. That might make a difference too. I don't know, but he sounds really good. And what we can focus on is how he's moving his mouth, things that we actually can be like, oh, can I imitate that? Because we can't imitate a full tour schedule of being a crazy pop star, but we can imitate some of the fun things that they do with their mouths and experiment with those and see if it makes singing feel easier for us.
You don't believe it. We do this every time. Seasons change and I love when cold. Feed the flame 'cause we can't let it go.
Same thing is happening when he goes to the U. Blame me on you! He drops the jaw into that kind of position. If he was trying to maintain like a more spoken you, it just sounds way more tight. So just shows how important finding the right amount of space between your teeth is.
I got a feeling that it's time to let go.
I'm also really like impressed. The rest of his musicians just look like they love being with him. Like just the way they look at him, the way that they're kind of moving when they're not even actively playing. It just looks like they're having a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna take that he is a lovely person to be in the same room with. And that just as a collaboration makes all of the art better. Like if you are a wonderful person to be in the same room with and people enjoy playing with you, you're gonna make better music.
I said so. I knew that this was no fun to get go. You thought that he was special, but he was just a sex doll, and I still hear the echo, got a feeling that it's time to let it go.
He does have a lot of like kind of sound in his voice that I think is not just a tired thing. I think that is just he likes that kind of distorted sound. He's figured out how to kind of add that distortion in. Again, distortion's a weird thing because you can listen to it and there are certain giveaways that are like, oh, that seems like it's going to be more likely to work successfully for a long time and you'll be able to repeat it a lot and you won't lose your voice. But then other times, like just because the instrument is hidden, you can't always know for sure. And so the biggest giveaway of if something is working successfully is if you're able to repeat it over a lot of time and multiple tour dates and stuff. So my gut says that it's not tired because of the distortion that he's adding. But, you know, that could be completely wrong too.
Maybe you don't understand what I'm going through. It's only me. what you got to lose? Make up your mind, tell me what are you gonna do? It's only me, let it go. Seasons change and I love when it goes.
He sounds really good. Like, he sounds really cool. What would I do with him if he was my student and he came in sounding like this? Because, like, that's the whole mindset I try to put myself in when I do these videos. If he came in sounding like this, we know that he is incredibly successful. And so there are qualities to his voice that we cannot really, change a lot, because if we change too much, then he is not going to be, sounding the same that his fans kind of expect. And so making little changes that can benefit his longevity while still retaining the core, like, Austin Postness of him is essential. So then we have to start asking, like, okay, is the noise a problem? Like, is the sound that his voice is kind of cutting out sometimes, that there's a little extra breath sound, that we hear just non-phonic sound sometimes, is that problematic or not? And I think the first thing to ask with that is, like, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're losing your voice? Do you feel like you're able to do all of the things that you want to? And if it's I feel like I can do everything I want, then it's like, cool. Then I have to go kind of sneak around, and instead of obviously trying to address some of the problems that he's coming with, because he doesn't say he has any problems, then I would try to just, like, give him good warm-ups in a way that would just encourage vocal health, encourage your vocal folds coming together and vibrating in a really healthy way. Give a few little vowel changes just to feel like you have a little bit of control, because to me, that even if, like, everything's not perfect, if you feel like you have a few choices, it's easier to confidently go have a good time when you're performing. So if he did say, yeah, I'm losing my voice, I don't know what's going on, then we'd have to be a little bit more specific about, like, okay, what are the lifestyle things going on tour? Because a lot of times when people are on tour, they might not sleep very well sometimes, or they might not eat all of the right things that would be great for them. And all of those things, even, like, if one little thing doesn't make the biggest difference for someone, when you add a bunch of them, it compounds, and it can lead you feeling like you're not confident enough in your instrument to go give a good performance. Are you drinking enough water? Is it, if an artist is a smoker, is it possible to back off on that or to mitigate in other ways? Because, people are people, and we can't just expect everyone to change everything about how they live their life just so that they can, like, sing a little bit smoother all the time. But, some voice teachers have different expectations from that, and won't work with you at all if you are doing things like smoking that might, not be the healthiest thing for vocals. So yeah, just kind of picking through all of those things. But I think that the biggest thing that I'm hearing is just rest. If he could sleep more, if he can drink more water, and if he can be quiet just a little bit more frequently. And then I would just encourage, like, doing short practice sessions with, like, light hums and bubble lips and falsetto integration stuff, and just to get him making sound as gently as possible, because then the vocal folds kind of heal themselves. Like, that's one of the features of most humans, is they, like, heal. And if you treat them in a healthier way, they will likely heal, and then he'd be able to go just, perform. All that said, the sounds he's making, I think, are really good. And the way that people are looking at him as they're singing with him, like that lady in the background singers was just staring at him. He is really charming and captivating, even when his voice may not be the most pristine. And most of our voices are never going to be the most pristine, unfortunately. And that does not inherently mean that most of us shouldn't sing. It means that we can look at things like about what Mr. Post Malone is doing and think, what are the qualities that I can imitate? Well, there's his passion. How can you bottle up passion? Probably by knowing the song really well, by liking the song a lot, by wanting to communicate things, and by letting those things guide you rather than trying to make your voice sound a certain way, because even if the noise, the tiredness that I'm hearing in his voice is just from touring, like, he's going to be touring a lot, and so we can't cancel dates all the time, because then you're going to lose so much money and so much fans. Your voice is probably going to change day to day. It's just a lot more obvious when you're a very heavy user of your voice, and those changes are a little bit more rapid or really more drastic. And if you are constantly trying to make it sound exactly like this thing that you have in your head, you're going to be disappointed. And it doesn't matter how good your instrument is, like, because that's just not going to match up with the exact sound you want in your head all the time. So focusing on the communication things, focusing on, like, is he on pitch? Yes. So, like, we want to make sure we're on pitch, we're on rhythm, and that we are dynamically expressive. And those are things that with any instrument, you can find whatever that instrument is capable of doing. But then after you ask for those things, you can't just, like, constantly judge the sound that's coming out of your mouth, because then you'll stop making sounds. And then that girl in the corner there won't look at you like she thinks that you're singing really, really well. And that's the real goal of all of this.
Run away, I dare you to someday. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the bait. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, run away, run away.
Yeah. No, he's magic. If you like watching Mr. Austin Post Malone Richard do his singing and his guitaring, please let me know in the comments what you think the quality that, like, if we could just bottle it up and sell it, that we could make so much money with, because I want that. So that everyone's good singers, not for the money, obviously. I'm not greedy. But yeah, if we could bottle that up, then I think that we would have a lot of really, really good singers in the world. Because is it the quality of his voice? Is it something that you think we should be, like, trying to sound like Austin and how he sounds with this? Is that dirtiness in his voice something that's aspirational? Is it something that, despite that quality, you still really love it? Like, he's awesome, and I'm having a hard time putting my words on directly why he's awesome. I just know that when I watch him sing, I'm happy. And I think he makes a lot of other people happy too. So let's see if we can figure out, what qualities there are about that, and then systematically work toward getting those qualities, because so much of voice lessons is focused on, learning how to play your instrument in a way that you can expect. I want to sing this note and that note will come out. I want to sing this volume and that volume will come out. I want to have a quality tone and then a quality tone comes out. But it's kind of like that picture where it's like, draw the rest of the owl. There's this step 1, draw this circle. Step 2, fill out the rest of the owl. How do you do the rest of the owl? And I do think a lot of times voice lessons are focused on, like, well, draw this one circle. And then we just expect it to be this fully formed, beautiful, photorealistic painting at the end. I would love to know your opinions. How can we learn to draw the rest of the owl? Thank you for watching. Thank you again. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Go to my website, vocalese.net, sign up for a lesson or 5 with me. And keep an eye out, because I'm releasing a book in the next few months, and I'm going to start hitting you really hard with that. And so get excited for it, because I am. Thank you.